surfaced of Welvin getting in fights, although it's hard to tell if this was his fault, given people would always provoke him.
You know, this is the prime example of what happens when you're a meme, bro. Like, I keep saying this because it's just like, you're not respected, you're not liked, you're not wanted. You're just remembered for being funny. The funny man is always the last place man. And that's the truth.
How Welvin da Great lost absolutely everything. His career began on Instagram in 2014, when his next-door neighbor Lefty began filming Welvin's strange look and personality. Throughout the videos, Welvin often talked about getting women.
My girl just called me, she want me to go see her. I'm gonna to her house, then I'm gonna get it in.
Leading professional footballer Orlando Scandrick to comment and joke that Welvin didn't get any. Welvin responded with a video of his own.
Homie said you ain't got no bitches. He said I don't. I do got more bitches than you, with your ugly ass.
Orlando saw Welvin's response and showed it to his girlfriend, model Drea Michelle, who shared the video with her 4 million followers, making Welvin instantly famous.
When Drea posted him, it was like a frenzy. He had 20,000 likes, 11,000 comments in 28 minutes. That day, he was everywhere.
That state, we watched his Instagram start at 6 followers, and then we just kept refreshing the page. By the end of the night, he was at 12,000. When we woke up in the morning, it was 43,000. It just kept getting crazier and crazier. Welvin's voice and appearance came from a medical condition.
We won't really disclose it, but he does have a disability.
Yet this is what made him memorable and unique. Sadly, it'd also be the thing he was picked on for the most. But Welvin still loved being famous.
It makes me feel like really good. Like I love it a lot. Feel happy, and I'm trying to keep doing what I'm doing.
And would therefore continue to make his own videos. Just 22 days after No Bitches went viral, Welvin returned with an upload that completely changed his life.
What's up, Dad? Something came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him. Got him.
By simply telling his father that these nuts came in the mail, Welvin gained over 58,000 likes. 4 days later, the entire extended version was uploaded to his YouTube, gaining another 500,000 views in the 3 weeks that followed. However, it was meme compilations that really sent it viral. The soundbite was pasted over Spider-Man, then shared all over Vine.
Wait! Who are you?
You know who I am.
I do?
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Acting as precedent for hundreds of other memes.
Can you tell me your name?
These nuts.
Even big celebrities began to get involved.
Cause something came in the mail today. These nuts.
Taking Welvin da Great to a whole new level of fame.
Every day we see a new video or a new celebrity posting it.
Welvin couldn't keep up with how fast he was growing.
What are you up to followers-wise on Instagram right now?
Almost like 500.
The numbers only kept on getting bigger.
Welvin, you're almost at 1 million followers on the gram, is that correct? 953,000 followers, Welvin.
All of which happened in such a short time.
From 6 followers to
you had 6 followers to 900,000
to
in 2 months.
2,000 in 2 months.
The meme reached a whole new level when a boy used the name to run for president.
I'm Brady Olson, I'm 15, and I'm the presidential candidate known as D's Nuts.
And wound up achieving a crazy result.
D's Nuts. Yep, you heard me right. He is gaining traction in North Carolina with 9% of voters saying they'd vote for him.
He got 9% in North Carolina. That's about 1 million people. Let that sink in. Welvin therefore joked that he'd also run for president, as the D's Nuts campaign had helped out with publicity.
1.2 million followers. Good God.
Having no bitches was now a problem of the past.
I seen you surrounded by women. When I was at the open mic, like I didn't even get a chance to talk to you. You had too many bitches around you.
As Welvin began to hang with famous celebrities. He'd meet Birdman, Nipsey Nipsey Hussle, Dan Bilzerian, and most notably Kendrick Lamar, who introduced himself as Welvin da Great to over 1 billion people in the Bad Blood music video. Kendrick had said that Welvin was a hero, adding he always had personality, confidence, and self-love, making it out the city.
You've heard the praise that Kendrick Lamar has been giving you lately?
I saw it on Instagram.
Welvin therefore joined Kendrick to sing a song beside him, which made Welvin realize he could charge for club appearances.
So you're getting booked for walkthroughs now?
Yeah.
Can I ask how much it costs to book Welvin for a walkthrough?
Right now he's at about 4,500.
4,500.
Concerned fans wrote, "I hope he saves his money, cause this shit gonna come and go so fast." But Welvin had built multiple streams of income. He'd begin to sell phone cases stating his famous catch lines, before landing a D's Nuts sock deal, which sold 330 pairs in the first 3 hours. Welvin tried to keep things going with other business deals.
I got a video game coming out.
Even announcing a more ambitious project.
We're trying to shop to see if we can get actual reality TV show for him.
Although this never came about, and the D's Nuts meme was slowly getting stale. Welvin had so many things to manage on the side, he almost completely stopped making original videos. Therefore, he came up with no new catchphrase.
You got any new jokes for the folks, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. What's up? We'll have to check back in with you later.
And could only rely on the D's Nuts meme.
The D's Nuts guy just keeps riding by, saying his catchphrase. Oh shit, he's on his way back. D's Nuts got him! D's Nuts got him!
Without any fresh new content, people began to state this dude's fame is hella dead. And while Welvin initially loved being famous, this seemed to contribute to him beginning to hate it.
I get it a lot, everywhere I go, and it's nice.
That's what comes with fame, right?
Yeah, she helping me out and everything.
Welvin also had to deal with articles like this, stating Nuts was recently arrested on charges of sexual assault after allegedly assaulting several women during a party he hosted in California, which had been fabricated from nothing.
I didn't get arrested.
He's never been arrested. It was from some site we've never even heard of.
To deal with the stress, Welvin had an obvious coping strategy: alcohol. For example, 3 minutes into a podcast appearance, Welvin stopped the host to scull a beer.
I want to name a couple names for you, Welvin, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear these names. Okay,
let him finish his drink.
You came thirsty, huh?
Finishing 3 entire bottles during the 12-minute clip. On another podcast, Welvin had a beer sculling contest and was almost always drinking when seen by paparazzi. Well, the alcohol often showed Welvin's bad side. He'd happily disrespect the homeless.
Here you go, big bro.
Damn! Welvin, give it back!
Not just once, but twice.
Give it back to the guy.
You thought you would get my drink? Not tonight with your junk ass.
Which was apparently a prank he liked to play often.
There you go, bro. Johnny!
When fans sung him happy birthday, Welvin cut them off.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you!
Making comments like this somewhat unsurprising. Me and my stepbro literally just seen you crossing the intersection by the D, and you just told us back the F up. All we wanted was a pic or video of you saying D's nuts, but you had to be a dick. I get you prob get it all the time, but could have been nice, asshole. Other people spotted Welvin getting publicly arrested, which again makes total sense, given videos began to surface of him fighting in the streets. This hostility continued toward his manager, who despite being a super nice dude, was often rudely cut off by Welvin, who also had no issue with airing private things. This was a problem as his manager controlled his Instagram.
So do you run his DMs? His Instagram?
Yeah, I run the page.
Who was therefore blamed by Welvin when he couldn't get into his account.
I can't get in my Instagram. I don't know my password. Somebody logged me out of my password. It gotta be him. It gotta be.
Yeah?
It gotta be him though.
It gotta be?
Do you think
Like, it gotta be him.
Welvin was never able to log back in and would therefore be forced to delete his Insta. This seemed to ruin he and his manager's relationship, as 1 year later Welvin seemed to hate him.
I need a whole new manager now. The one I have, he just like fucked me all over.
And also what
my
you
money and everything.
Without a manager or Instagram, Welvin's drinking only got worse, being spotted downtown drinking full bottles of spirits and clearly struggling when speaking to fans.
And I want to take over the whole world. Like, I want to do more action, more videos, more skit.
Even more videos surfaced of Welvin getting in fights, although it's hard to tell if this was his fault, given people would always provoke him.
Welvin is stalking a female right now. Welvin! Hey, can you quit fucking beating me, bro? Hey, bro, get away from me. You chopping us them keys? I don't do that. When you rape females, pedophile? You want me pepper spray you, bro?
Welvin struggled to ever catch a break.
What's the deal, bro?
You gonna do more video on me?
What's the deal with you, bro? Pick your ass over here, blood. What's happening, blood? What's the deal? You straight? Let me get a hug.
I thought you was like trying to hurt me.
Nah, man, I ain't trying to hurt you.
I feel scared.
Nah, man, I ain't like that.
Which only seemed to worsen his drinking, as Welvin completely blacked out on Hollywood Boulevard. Multiple similar videos surfaced, one of which being recorded beside Skid Row, making people believe he was living on the streets. Welvin clarified that this wasn't true.
I'm not dead. I'm not sleeping on the street. I drink and I pass out.
He'd then upload a video titled "Stop the Rumors."
I'm alive and I'm okay.
And I wish that these blogs would stop with all these rumors about Welvin being dead. He is very much alive and well.
With his cousin explaining that Welvin was homeless voluntarily.
Welvin chooses to go off for days at a time. He has a home to come to. He comes home, he rests for a couple of days, he go back out in the street. There's nothing nobody can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. We don't want that for him. But this is something that he wants to do.
To make money, Welvin wears a shirt reading, sponsored by D's Nuts, Tip Me or Never Mind, stating in recent posts that life is great. However, with videos like this, and other pictures such as this one, people believe he's heading down a dark path. It's sad, he looked like he was hanging around wrong people, and they gave him crack. His teeth is brown like he's using. Hopefully Welvin can get some help, and get his life back on the
So, one thing's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. We covered this a couple of years ago. In 2023, I think. Yeah, for surely this feels like a 2023 video. And I don't know how this is resurfacing, so I'm gonna look up something real quick. So we're gonna just change over the starting screen because we're gonna end the stream soon anyway. I was not gonna play Tekken all night. That wasn't happening if it was all nasty and laggy like that. So this is 2 weeks ago. So we covered Welvin da Great of May 4th last year. So, right. I don't know why is he resurfacing on this Sunny V2 channel. Maybe this is just a recap. But I will tell you guys again, and I've made it very abundantly clear. So, if you guys want to also know an example of what happens when you're just a meme and that's it. If you guys were to look up the Thunder God, Low Tier God guy meme, and you know all the bad shit about him, but let's be real. A meme is a meme. So when you lose all your fame, your 15 minutes of fame, everyone's pretty much bored of you. Now I'm not a genius, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest genius on everything, but I know for a fact I'm a very calculatingly understandable motherfucker when it really comes down to the actual aftermath of a meme. Like, I've seen people try to keep using their same catchphrase over and over and over again, and it never works. Again, it's like a candy bar. That shit expires in your mouth and is eventually just going to subside. So, what this person doesn't understand is that he was bound to fade off. I don't know why people keep trying to recap these nuts over and over and over again, but it's honestly seeming like it's a provocation, or they're trying to provoke him. Because why are you constantly talking about these nuts over and over and over and over again? The guy already knows he's irrelevant. He doesn't want to be relevant anymore after all the harassment. And like I said, the guy that looks like this, we already know the answer. We already hear it in our heads. We're not saying it out loud, but we do hear it in our heads. Let's be real. Out of respect for Welvin, we love to do, because he was probably a huge portion of our I guess I can say, our childhoods, teenhood, especially my teenhood, but that's just me. And that was really it about Welvin. But a meme, once more, is meant to die. But also, I don't like when people start trying to recap the same person who's trying to also probably move on with his life and be just finally fading into obscurity because he doesn't want to be around anyone anymore. Again, all those fights, I didn't know that. I don't remember seeing any of those fights. Maybe I'm wrong. But all of it was just him passed out on the street, and that's it. That's the only clips I remember. But anything to do with those little supercuts, yeah, that makes sense. I've been wanting to see those at least. Now that I know this guy was getting in fights and he was apparently, quote unquote, allegedly charged for sexual assault, which I don't believe. Yeah. It really just shows everyone's trying to blow up his name to just piss him off. That's what happens when you're a meme too. I keep saying this. This is what I titled my video. The primordial fear is being a meme. When you are the primordial fear, you have to understand. You also are not fear itself. You are also scared. As your own unique being, you are scared also, but you are also the one that scares other people. So it's kind of like a back and forth pattern where you scare yourself and you scare others. You know, this is the prime example of what happens when you're a meme, bro. Like, I keep saying this because it's just like, you're not respected, you're not liked, you're not wanted. You're just remembered for being funny. The funny man is always the last place man. And that's the truth. You could be as funny as you can be, but if that doesn't make the personality better, yeah, you could sure as hell forget about it. Funny men are always last men. They stay behind everyone else that actually has a personality. See, the thing is, I'm not a funny guy, but I make up with it with something else entirely. Commentary? Nah, that's not it. But I would rather keep it a secret for other people, and I would rather them figure me out rather than just, you know, me explaining on video and that's just destroying the secret. But you guys do realize that every single time a meme is brought up, and now that we have a finally, when I say this, now that we finally have a great meme depression, I'm almost too happy to say this. But a meme depression needs to happen. Memes create brain rot. They create a type of brain rot that actually lowers IQ levels by a margin. Especially an American citizen taking on a meme, yeah, it lowers people's thinking skills a lot. Especially critical thinking skills. Like, I've heard people just repeat the same joke over and over and over again, and it gets more unfunny the more I hear it. Like, you guys gotta find something new. But that's just me though. Look, Once more, I probably stated this in my video last year. Please, for the love of God, be better. Be better than what they're trying to tell you. Because if you don't be better than a meme, and if your only status is a meme, just drop out. Don't become famous anymore. Don't try to boost it up by doing the same shit over and over and over again. Have some respect. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one, and be more than a meme. Don't brain rot your audience. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lucy Christian. I am the voice of Otako Uraraka, and you should subscribe to Neusxanity's channel. Peace out!